Imagine a thriving settlement bustling with life and then nothing, not a soul in sight. This is the tale of Roanoke Island. In the late 16th century, the New World was a vast, uncharted expanse that held promises of wealth and prosperity for the adventurous and daring. It was during this period that Sir Walter Raleigh, an Englishman with a vision, established the first English colony on Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now known as North Carolina. The year was 1585. The settlers were full of hope as they set foot on the island, ready to carve out a piece of the New World for themselves. But they were ill prepared for the harsh realities that awaited them. Their dreams of prosperity quickly turned into a fight for survival. The land was difficult to cultivate, and the settlers faced food shortages. They also had strained relationships with the local indigenous tribes, which added to their struggles. The harsh winters and disease further devastated the colony. Life in Roanoke was not the paradise they had envisioned. In the face of such adversity, the settlers made the hard decision to return to England. They left their homes, their dreams, and the mysterious New World behind. But they left no sign, no trace of their presence on the island, as if they had never been there at all. And so, the first English settlement in the New World vanished, swallowed up by the vastness of the wilderness. The settlers returned to their homeland, but the echoes of their dreams and struggles remained on the shores of Roanoke Island, a silent testament to their brief existence there. The settlers returned to England, but the story of Roanoke Island was far from over. In 1587, a second attempt was made to establish a colony on Roanoke Island. A group of 117 settlers, a mix of men, women, and children, embarked on a journey across the Atlantic, pinning their hopes and dreams on this new land. Under the leadership of John White, a man of courage and vision, they arrived on the shores of Roanoke Island, eager to carve out a new life. The air was thick with anticipation and a sense of adventure. This was their chance to start anew, far from the constraints of the life they had known. Among these brave souls was Eleanor Dare, White's daughter. She would soon make history in a way none of them could have predicted. For, within the confines of this nascent settlement, Eleanor gave birth to a child, a girl named Virginia. Virginia Dare, the first English child born on American soil, the first to breathe in the crisp, wild air of this new world. Her birth was a beacon of hope, a symbol of the future they were all striving to create. Life on Roanoke Island was challenging, but the settlers were resilient. They built homes, planted crops, and started to establish their community. They were creating their own piece of England in this foreign land, a home away from home. However, the colony soon faced a shortage of supplies. John White made the hard decision to sail back to England, leaving his family and fellow settlers behind. His plan was to return as quickly as possible with the necessary provisions. But when John White returned to England for supplies and came back 3 years later, he found the colony deserted. The homes were empty, the fields overgrown, and there was no sign of the people he had left behind. The lost colony of Roanoke had become one of the greatest mysteries in the annals of American history. The mystery of what happened to the settlers of Roanoke Island has puzzled historians for centuries. Now, let's dive into the various theories that have been proposed to explain this fascinating disappearance. One of the most widely accepted theories suggests that the settlers integrated with local tribes. The absence of any signs of a struggle or conflict at the settlement site supports this. The settlers may have been welcomed by the local tribes and gradually assimilated into their communities. Another theory proposes a more tragic fate. It suggests that the settlers may have perished due to disease or conflict. The late 16th century was a time of great upheaval and danger. Disease was rampant, and conflicts with local tribes could have led to the settlers' demise. However, the lack of human remains or other direct evidence makes this theory less likely. Then there's the relocation theory, which posits that the settlers moved to a different location, perhaps due to a lack of resources or conflicts with local tribes. This theory is supported by the word Croatoan, found carved into a post at the site. Croatoan was the name of a nearby island, known today as Hatteras Island, and a local tribe. Did this cryptic message indicate the settlers' new destination? The clues left behind have sparked countless theories and investigations. Some have even suggested supernatural or extraterrestrial involvement. However, the truth remains elusive. Despite the use of modern archaeological techniques, no definitive evidence has been found to support any single theory. And so, the mystery endures. The settlers of Roanoke Island, who hoped to establish the first permanent English colony in the New World, have instead left us with one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. Despite extensive investigations, the fate of the Roanoke settlers remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. Today, Roanoke Island is a place of historical interest and natural beauty. It's a vibrant tapestry of the past woven with threads of the present. The island is home to the Fort Raleigh National Historic Site, a remarkable testament to the first English settlements in the New World. It also boasts the Elizabethan Gardens, an enchanting haven where visitors can stroll among a profusion of blooms, trees, and shrubs, all reminiscent of the time when the first English settlers called this island home. In the spirit of keeping history alive, each year the island hosts the annual outdoor drama, The Lost Colony. This captivating performance tells the tale of those early settlers, their hopes, their fears, and their mysterious disappearance. And while we relish the history, the quest for answers never ceases. Ongoing archaeological investigations continue to probe the earth, seeking clues about the fate of those first settlers. Roanoke Island, a place where history and mystery intertwine, continues to captivate the imagination of all who visit.
Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.